think we're live. All right, test. A little bit more. A little bit more. All right. What's up, Brian? What's up? Well, I appreciate everybody joining me. Season game number 5, pre-game show, directly from Golden One Center courtside here. The Hornets are shooting around. You guys know how important this game is tonight. I got my guys from Nevada, the Twins, playing tonight. They won't get me. I don't think they'll get playing time, but it's still nice to see them. I just saw one of them. I can't tell if it's Cody or if it's Caleb. They look identical, but every Kings fan in the world understands that if they go 0-5, the Kings are in big time trouble. I really enjoyed what Luke Walton had to say in his pre-post game show or press conference. He pretty much said what both Emmanuel and I have been saying for the past 5 days. This team is not in good shape yet. Going to India really didn't help their cause. Last year they were in phenomenal shape. Dave Yeager had them running and gunning. Every practice was like, oh my gosh, we're so tired. We hate running, we hate this, but ultimately it worked out because they were just run and gun, leading the NBA in 20-plus point fast breaks. They were in transition. And then this season, it's just been a little bit different, man. They've looked slower, a little bit lethargic. I've told you guys that Dedmon's looked out of shape to me. So it's very important for your head coach to really acknowledge that. And I think it was Jason Anderson from the SeatGeek that asked Luke Walton about potentially having 2 stretches out there. And he said it's very probable tonight, since the Hornets play very small sometimes with Miles Bridges, my guy, who I had number 4 on my big board as a power forward. I think that's his most natural position. So you're going to see some Holmes, you're going to see some Bielitsa, some Harrison Barnes potentially. You may see that small lineup again because the Hornets do play with 2 point guards at times. So it's going to be a fun up and down game. Hopefully, as the season progresses, this team really gets in better shape. That's really what it comes down to. And if you guys watched my late night film session last night, or tonight really, like at 2 in the morning, and you guys can see that the offensive sets that Luke Walton is really talking about in most of his press conferences / interviews, it takes time. But at the same time, I'll say this: when things work, you have to keep going to them. I pointed out a lot of free flow offense, some Spain pick and roll. You have to be better and utilize that to your advantage, because if you have a guy like a Harrison Barnes setting that back pick on the big when De'Aaron is in pick and roll, he can easily pop out. And if they do cheat on Harrison Barnes, then that gives a wide open lane for De'Aaron Fox, either to attack the rim or find someone in that corner, which is usually what ends up happening. So a lot of little things that Luke can do to make this a little bit better for the time being until they do get in good shape. And again, going to India really didn't help, man. It's 4 games. The Kings will win tonight. If they don't, they're in big trouble. How's everybody doing, man? Appreciate the cowbell you gave me at the pavilion that day. Brian, appreciate you coming on, bro, and just always supporting. It means a lot to all of us. PJ Washington, we have to watch out for. PJ Washington is an athletic guy. He may give the team some trouble, but that second unit needs to come in. Once again, Trevor Ariza needs to be very influential on that bench. And Bogdan Bogdanovic. Bogdan needs to play his game tonight. He doesn't have to worry about the fans, the ludicrous fans that said, oh, I'd rather have Carmelo Anthony. No, let Bogey play his game. He's a guy who Luke Walton really expressed after last game, saying, we want him to play that playmaker role off the bench. So when we talk about role optimization, Bogey comes to mind as a secondary playmaker. And if you put Corey Joseph, which I don't like, next to him, I would rather have a guy like Yogi, who is in really good shape and can just push up the pace. I think that'd be a lot better. But I do understand the defensive liabilities that Yogi is. So it's a difficult decision for Luke Walton, but right now he's riding with Corey Joseph. That's the guy they signed in the offseason. And he also talked about starting lineup. He said it doesn't matter who starts, which is very, very true. And the guy that is hot will play the most minutes. It has to be Rashawn Holmes again. He's the perfect pick and roll player next to a guy like De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, who you have to stay home at all times because if he catches fire, the Hornets are in trouble. So that's that, man. I really hope you guys enjoyed this pre-game show number 5. Sorry for being late on the court. They were having the Kings didn't have pre-game shit around today, so they decided to have it about 4 o'clock. It roughly ended about 5, so we couldn't get on the court till like almost 6. It's almost 6 right now. We're an hour till game time. Expect the Kings to win. They're -7 for the game today. I don't know if they'll cover that, to be honest. I'm not very confident because this is a very scrappy Hornets team who have a lot of good athletes on this team. It's going to be fun, though. But as I'm working out, you got Trevor Ariza, Corey Joseph. That's about it right now. Got my boy Lance Woods on the sideline. And we got the Hornets right behind me, so it's going to be fun to watch this game tonight. Again, I do expect the Kings to win. They need to run and gun and just get in better shape. They need to find better offensive sets, maybe some DHOs for Buddy Hield to get open shots. He's been taking a lot of tough shots. He needs to be better in transition and not be silly with his turnovers. He needs to pull up and just play the Buddy Hield game, which we all love, period. So that's that. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share with all your NBA fans, especially all your Kings fans. Holla at me.